Coach, please. Can you wrap your head around the way the game ended?
I've just been in the game a long time. We needed to create more chances. Detroit deserves credit. They mucked it up again. A lot of long balls, a lot of collisions. I do think we switched the ball a bit more, but we had a lot of good possessions in the first half where we were in, and every cross got cut out because we only hit the first ball into Dequa. Like, to me, we needed other guys in the box. We needed to mix up our service. I mean, we weren't clinical enough when we did get in good areas. We had a lot of balls in spaces where they were vulnerable, and we weren't clinical enough in those moments. I think there were more chances for us to have. But listen, I'm proud of my guys. I told them this does not define this season. I mean, we went further than anyone in the Open Cup. We won the regular season. I know they battled tonight. Detroit good defensively and won a lot of loose balls. I mean, they were working hard to win all the loose balls, and we had to be able to get in around the edges. I think we did a bit more today than we did last week in Detroit. Neither team created a ton of chances. I thought Jamali played well coming out for crosses, but I thought we were closer to breaking them, but that game was 0-0, and anyone that was sitting in the stands by the 60th minute was probably thinking this may be one goal. And at that point, every time there's a ball flighted in the box, and we cleared the initial ball, and the player hit a great strike, young player, gets it on frame, and it goes through a lot of bodies, but it happens in this sport more than we realize. I mean, there's one moment, there's one goal, and it changes everything. I like that we kept scratching and clawing, and we're able to get, 2 or 3 looks at the back end. And unfortunately, Steinwasser is a capable keeper. He made the one, clawed the one out that Dequa got on frame. I felt there were a few times we were in the box and literally could have trapped it. I think we rushed in some of those moments. We forced things, and we just weren't calm enough in those moments, unfortunately. But I think it's out of how much the guys care about each other, how desperate they were to win, how I thought we trained well during the week. I felt like we knew it was going to be a tough game, and I think we had the right intentions, and it's just hard. I think of the first half really limiting them and having a bunch of times where we got out on the break, and normally we would execute. This year we put that type of pressure on in moments, and we've been able to break teams, and Detroit hung in there, and we're able to get to the half 0-0, and it's a great group. We'll fight to bring a lot of this group back for sure, as many as we can probably, and it's guys that we need to re-sign, but also players that we're going to want to pick up their options. And so, I think it was, I don't know who else is coming up here, but I know when we had our huddle after the game, we talked about, keep your head up. You had a brilliant season. When you look at, we have 3 competitions: the Open Cup, the league and 4 playoff games, and 2 of them we did about as much as could be expected, and it's tough, but I'm super proud of them. I don't want them to leave tonight. It's gut wrenching. I've been on both ends of it. And, we've had some disappointments here with a team that I think has really been consistently good since we've been here. So it's frustrating. I take a lot of weight from that, and but this team has been a pleasure all year to coach. I mean, it's one of the most enjoyable seasons I've had as a coach anywhere, wherever I've been. So I'm just really behind this group, and it's great to see the fans out there even after the game, and them getting behind the guys and acknowledging the guys, and that's important. And Robbie Mertz summed it up the best. Maybe after I talked, he just said, guys, he goes, all the teams I played for, this was a great experience. We had a great season. He said, I love all you guys. And, so to feel that and to know what we accomplished because of everyone pulling together, and I know they'll be there to support each other. Obviously we'll have close of the season meeting and then individual meetings, and it just feels cruel right now to even have to think about that. Tonight, and even start doing those things, wrapping up the season. I mean, it's gonna stick for a while, but this group's got a lot of gas in the tank left, so we need to keep that spirit in the group and build on what we did this year. Hopefully put ourselves in a really good position again next year. I mean, can't do much more than secure all home games, and it's frustrating when you don't take advantage of it, because it's a big part of the road. An upset, the way the playoffs is set up, it's a one game. It's not a home and away. There's no forgiveness. You have to do it at that moment, and that's what makes it cruel. So I thought Detroit played well. They'll be competitive next week for sure. They've done a favor for Louisville or Memphis to give them a home game early on and chance to get into a conference final. But Detroit will go anywhere and give them a problem. Because at playoff time, a team, that hits the right notes and figures out a little bit, and that's some of last week. They learned how they could make it tough for us, and they executed their plan very well again. I think we countered that with some better moments for ourselves, and early in the game didn't take advantage of them, and as the game wore on, that weight became bigger on us, and we couldn't find our way through, and they were waiting for one moment, not just tonight. Basically, they were fighting for 90 plus 75, 165 minutes for that one moment. And they got the clean look on frame through traffic, and unfortunately for us, we have to pack early. But look, the guys worked hard. I mean, they were in for the challenges, defended their box. I mean, defensively, the effort, you know, there's a lot of pressure when a team just is hitting balls and crashing. You know, they had pretty good size in the midfield. They were banging against our guys in the midfield, against Kenny and Danny Griffin, Mark Ibarra, and you know, I thought, you know, Keys and Dequa were going up and fighting for balls where they could, but you know, they made it physical. I think we were all there, you know, all week, and at the end of the day, you know, goals are important, and we needed to find that goal, you know, to be able to breathe in the game, and we didn't get it in the first half, and we struggled to really execute in those moments, which is disappointing for all of us. But it's not for a lack of trying. It's not for a lack of want or effort or anything. And you know, and I think sometimes that's the hardest thing about the game that I've experienced is, you know, sometimes the result hinges on one loose ball, one loose bounce, one seeing eye goal, like, and you know, unfortunately, you know, you gotta pick yourself up and you gotta go on. Said, let's learn from this what we can. Obviously, you know, we can't dwell on one game. I mean, we lost 2 games all year, and we had 17 games plus a couple Open Cup games. You know, this is our 20th time we played here. I mean, we were pretty good here all year. It's frustrating we can't reward the crowd and give the crowd 4 weeks, you know, 4 weeks of celebrations, and you know, it's really hard, you know, to not have that opportunity to do that with this group. That would be special at any occasion, but to have this atmosphere for 4 more weeks, it feels like, you know, we missed out on a big opportunity to spread the word of what we're doing here even more throughout the city, you know. But I know people are definitely a lot more aware because of everything we did all year and everything the guys have done, and we'll keep fighting that battle to, you know, to bring our level and the soccer community here in Pittsburgh, hopefully to bigger and bigger heights.